Because if that man didn't have a very good home,
the children won't be bothered.
Yes.
They won't be like, what was his use when he was here?
Yes.
That kind of thing.
There is
just
unity
and love
in the family, in their home. But my question to you now is that, what do you have to say about the man that went back home all alone without his family to retire back?
Exactly. At least, if not with the children, because the children might not be willing to go and live there. But what about your wife?
Believers in diaspora, solving problems together.
How are you doing today?
Beautiful.
I'm so glad to meet with you again on this episode of Believers in Diaspora. Once again, what we do here is to receive questions from people and solve it together as the community that we are.
Yeah.
We want to sincerely appreciate everyone who have been contributing so far, liking and sharing the
it means a lot to us.
Oh, God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Your contributions has really helped everyone who have watched. We appreciate you, and we are still making that request again today that for whatever we deliberated upon, please, when you watch, kindly put your own opinion. Yeah, put your own opinion there so that together we can learn.
As well, help us to share and like.
Yes. Have you heard about Ifunanya story?
Very, very serious and pathetic story.
But thank God it ended in testimony.
Of course.
For Ifunanya's father. One thing I just picked from that story is I saw a man who loved and trusted his family.
For some people that doesn't know the story of Ifunanya,
yeah.
Now, please, maybe you can just tell them what actually happened to how it comes. No, what actually happened to the dad of Ifunanya, so that they can have a little idea of what.
Okay, so Ifunanya's dad is a wonderful man who loved his immediate family and his extended family. He has lived in America for quite a few years until he retired, and he decided to retire back home in Nigeria. Before then, he already built a big mansion where he was going to retire.
Very massive one.
One wonderful thing about this family is that he loved his children, he loved his wife, he taught the children the way of the Lord. From the picture of what we saw in Ifunanya, Ifunanya is a girl that knew the Lord, and that really helped in saving his father's life in the long run. So his daddy went back to Nigeria after retirement to live his local Igbo life that he has always admired. But unfortunately, when he got home after some years, he was sick. He was sick. Yeah. He had stroke, and it was
the family in US, they lost contact with him.
Yeah, at some point.
They couldn't reach him anymore.
Yeah.
What I actually see about this matter is that, like my wife said, this man, he had a very healthy family. I mean, immediate family. He has a very good home. So I want to encourage us as a father and as a mother, let's try to create a very good environment for our children. Because if that man didn't have a very good home,
the children won't be bothered.
Yes.
They won't be like, what was his use when he was here?
Yes.
That kind of thing.
There is unity
and love
in the family, in their home. But my question to you now is that, what do you have to say about the man that went back home all alone without his family to retire back?
Exactly. At least, if not with the children, because the children might not be willing to go and live there. But what about your wife? Why you alone? So we need to.
So as husband and wife,
especially at that old age,
there
should be above 60 or so when you retire.
There should be a very cordial love between both of you. Yeah. I'm telling you the truth. Now, when you look at the story of this lady, if not that God actually helped them, they will have lost that man.
Exactly, totally. My own advice for every one of us, either you are in this country or that country, is that the heart of a man is deceitful and desperately wicked.
Bible said, who can know it? So don't put all your trust in anybody in this world.
Exactly.
Imagine someone that was collecting allegedly based on is collecting $5,000 every month. And if you see this man, you will not be happy how they treated him.
His own family, his own siblings. I mean, that was the most pained aspect. His own sibling that he could have trusted. Oh no, so come on, this is my brother, this is my sister.
You know, I learned something from that lady called 𝑠v𝒊𝒂𝒔𝒑𝒐𝒓𝒂. She is very, very grounded in the Lord.
Exactly.
If she is not that grounded in the Lord, I imagine what would have happened.
She might have missed some instructions that would have saved her and gave her the privilege to bring the father out of that mess. So wherever we are, we know that it's challenging everywhere, but come on, some people are getting it right, making sure that their children knows the Lord. Don't be a victim.
Yes.
Don't be a victim.
When you look at that lady,
giving your
almost
children,
every time she refers to Holy Spirit. She refers to Holy Spirit. Someone that stay in Western world and could know Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit is the Spirit of Jesus, the Spirit of God. To that extent.
Yes.
So
of listening to instruction part time, to know what to do part time. Oh, no, I gave it to the parents.
Yes. So all the parents in Western world, we don't have excuse.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't.
Imagine if there was no time to train up those children up in the way of the Lord. 𝑦𝒑𝒊𝒔𝒑𝒐𝒓𝒂 wouldn't have been able to go to that place.
Even though I wouldn't dispute the fact that some elderly people also will be calling her, giving her instruction, guiding her, oh, do it this way, do it that way. But she knew the Lord herself. That is the excellent part. I know, I love that part.
And do you know what? When I saw that big mansion, it's a very big one.
Very big.
In the village, sorry to say, in the village. No, there is nothing bad in you going back home to be the very, but
it should not be for your personal. You should be something maybe for sale or to improve the value of the community.
As in, if they count the number of rooms that will be in that building,
yeah, it should be massive.
It's massive. That's like hostel. Yes.
Oh.
So don't expose yourself to some things that is not necessary. If you have the money, there are things that you can invest your money on, and you just have house in a place whereby people will not envy you. Abi, what do you think about that?
That's it. Because imagine that kind of building in Lagos or even in Ibadan. People be like, yeah.
It's normal.
It's normal. But in a typical village, you be like,
you can build house also in your village. There is nothing bad in you building house in your village.
But not something
that people will now begin to say,
are you the only one?
Are you the only one? Are you the only one? But when you build your house, that big house in a place that people will not even look at you. That's
maybe your own is not even the best of the best. Yeah, so there's no room for envy. There's no room for hatred. You know, we should just allow Holy Spirit to guide us, really, and learn from people's story. Don't let people use your whole story to learn.
And do you see that? Do you know, when I was watching that video, the money they were sending monthly, those his uncle and auntie, they were using
the money
to build another house
inside the estate now, because it's like
yes, they are using it to build. My own advice for
why the man is not eating, it's not being taken to hospital for medical. Oh, come on, people are heartless. Just put human being in the place of this is human being, because they can be with flaws, they can disappoint. Don't think this person cannot do this to me. They are still human being. Human being
will be human being. The Bible has said it that woe unto a man
that put his trust
in a flesh.
Yes.
So don't put your trust. Let human being be human being. And my own advice to some of us that maybe you have someone in a higher position, maybe not even in abroad, or some people, they are not in abroad, they are in their own country and they are doing good. And someone is telling you to help him to do something, but you are only looking for how you will corner, how you will cut money, how you will just bring down that person.
People who like to live wicked life.
It's not like that.
You continue to be at the bottom level. They can't grow up in life like that. If you have to be dubious in your way, you have to cheat people, you have to do things that are ungodly to earn something. You cannot move far in life.
I heard one story of a man.
And you always reap what you sow.
Of course, whatever a man shows.
It might take time, but don't worry.
You know, by the time if you are saying the truth, it might look as if you are going down. But do you know one thing? If the person that's supposed to reward you refuses to reward you, God will bring another person.
Because you have to
unexpectedly
your what you have so. Because
yes,
you just have to repeat.
It's a law.
It's a law. It's
unexpectedly, you will just discover maybe someone just gave you a little contract and you are just faithful throughout.
Yes.
The person will just say, all this while I've been looking for people that I will trust, that I will do this, and you just, that is how promotion will come. But maybe because God has plan of giving you 1 billion naira, or let me say $1 billion, and you just get 5 million naira or $5 million.
You are misbehaving.
And you are misbehaving. Imagine the distance. So someone just gave you 5 million and you now thought that is all. No. The Bible also said righteousness exalt a nation. Yeah. But sin is a reproach.
Exactly.
If you are there and you have someone outside your country and they are sending money to you to help them do one project or the other,
and you are spending the money.
And you are spending the money. A lot is happening. I heard of another one is collecting anytime they request for money, they will collect twice of that money. So he's building his own. He's doing his own. You are doing.
Continue.
No.
Bible says, "Behold, I come quickly. What this with me?"
To give every man and every woman
according your work
to his
shall be.
So no,
the word is coming, and it's coming quickly.
And it's very, very quick, very, very quickly.
Oh my God!
So, and one thing, before we move to another question, one thing I just realized this time is that anything we have in our possession, we are just having it for a while, just to manage it.
Yes, just custodian.
Just to manage it. If you build mansion, you build house in a ungodly way, and somebody is sending money to you, or somebody is giving you money to help him or her to do a project, and you are just spending it in an ungodly way, and you are able to succeed. You see that house,
you will
that
still
money,
leave everything behind.
It's just for a while.
When it's time to go back home,
you will leave it. So you are just there to manage it. If you have car, you will leave it.
Exactly.
Is it that you leave it by debt, or you leave it by selling it out? Somebody else will take it.
Yeah.
The house you are having, the land you are buying now, that you have right now, somebody bought it sometimes ago.
And now they are reselling.
Somebody bought it. So when we leave this world, some people will still take over. So why
it's just
not allow God? You see, anywhere a man will reach in life, he will definitely get there.
Exactly.
Let love reign.
Yes, so
it's wicked so much. Based on what we see, it's wicked that they treat that man in that way. Because what is this life?
Yes, after all, when we will all live everything.
The man that could not talk, when he got back to US, he started talking.
Even before he got back,
he started moving. I discovered that he started moving his leg, they started talking. He said the stroke wanted to kill him.
Just immediately after, I want to believe it was maybe almost immediately after I was discharged from the stroke incident. They didn't take him back to hospital for checkup.
For months.
For a year.
For years.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not nice. It's very, very bad.
Whatsoever you want people to do to you,
the worst case I've ever seen.
Do the same thing to them. Like that man is suffering in the rain. I mean, this one very cold weather. Maybe he did not even have car. So people, you see them, what they are passing through in abroad. If some of them tells you, you will say you will never go out of your country. Yes. But they are just saying, let me send back money. Let me help you do this. Let me do that. And you are just collecting. Somebody was almost crying when he was telling me his experience. So please, love. If you need something, tell that people that I need this. So God will help us. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
We really appreciate your time.
Yes.
Please help us to share, like, and comment. So see you next time. Believers in diaspora, solving problems together. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you later.